Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? It is Wednesday, February the 4th. And I don't know about where you are, but here it's actually a little bit sunny out. A little bit. It was really sunny earlier. My name is Debbie Scott, and I'm your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Brigden, Ontario. Just getting my iPad situated there. There we go. So I'm working with a new bundle this week, the Delicate Whispers bundle. And it is a new one that comes out the beginning of March. I think it's March the 2nd is when it comes out. But as soon as I saw the paper, I was like, whoa, I gotta have that. And I love all of it. I love the stamp set. I love this little flower. I love these little flowers here too. And then I love the dies as well. So we are going to be using just the dies today, I guess. I didn't use the stamp set today. Just the dies and the paper. But before I get into showing you the paper, I just wanted to go over a couple of things. Our product of the month changed at the beginning of February, and it's this great DSP here in the background. When you spend $100 or more, then you get to select this designer series paper for $5, which is a great deal. And you get 12 sheets, and I believe this one you get 3 of 4 different designs. Front and back will be different though, so you get lots of options with that. And then also we have a join offer that has started for this month. And on top of your regular perks, you will get the free positioner tool, which I do have, and it's great. I've used it a couple times just to try it out, and it's got the magnets on there. You put your paper on there and you can stamp with that, and it works awesome. So if you have any questions about this one, just shoot me a message and I can answer any questions for you, okay? So I'm going to show you this beautiful paper that we're using. So this is the A side, and it has some foiling in there. And one other fun thing about this paper is it is giving us a sneak peek of a new in color. Well, I assume that is a new in color coming in April. This is called Hydrangea Hue, is this blue color here. And it's not a current color now, so I assume that it's going to be our new in colors starting in April. So there's also Crumb Cake, Gray Granite, Mossy Meadow, Secret Sea, and then it has some bronze foiling in there as well. So I love this sheet here. And then on the back, we have a nice neutral. And then this one's Secret Sea with some bronze flowers. And then lots of that hydrangea hue. And then lots of flowers on that one. Lots of colors. I think actually it goes this way. And a nice mossy meadow on the back there. And then we have just the, I think that's Crumb Cake with the bronze foiling. And then some more Crumb Cake on the back. And I love this one too. That's another one of my favorite sheets. With a square pattern on the back there. And then that one's just all the bronze and the gray on the back. And that's the sheet that we're going to use today. So we will stop right there. I got a new glass mat, and the only thing I'm finding is it's very slippery for doing my pages. So I'm going to actually stick a little glue dot under here, and I'm hoping I don't regret this, but I think I should be able to get it off just fine after. I'm just wondering if I should put it in the bottom corner. So yeah, I think I will. And that is kind of handy because it gets rid of my glare too. There we go. So I'll just kind of hold that in place for me. So I've cut a small strip, what did I do, 3 inches of that pretty floral paper. I'm going to put that down the side. Oh, now I've attached that, and that's not what I wanted to do. I'll show you in a minute what my problem is. All right, so that's going to go on the side here. I've cut a piece of Secret Sea ribbon, and I need to tuck it underneath and tape it to the back. I'm going to lift that up again. And I'm going to just use a little piece of tear and tape on the back to hold this ribbon in place. So because this is a sheer ribbon, I want it right on the edge of my paper. You could do it either way. You could do it this way on the gray piece, but I'm going to do it on the floral. So that's going to go right there. And then I'm going to put some on the bottom. Just kind of hard to see where we are. I think that's about right. Okay, now I can kind of stick it back down to my glass mat. My glue dot has moved. There we go. Okay. So the photo that I'm using today, it's a bit of an oldie, and it's of my mom and dad. They bought this little bass boat way back when, and they bought it, but then they kind of just gave it to us to use whenever we wanted, because we are more of boaters than my mom and dad ever were. But this was one day that we actually got them out. I think it was the only time that they came out on their own boat with us. When we got our new boat, my dad came out with us once, but my mom never made it out on that boat. Alrighty, so then what I've done is I have cut a bunch of those pattern papers, and they are, what size did I do those? 2 inches by 3.5. And I'm gonna just place those around behind my photo, and that's going to kind of frame in my photo. Oh, and I should mention, I got this layout design from Pamela. Oh shoot, Blackwell. I think it's her last name. I'm drawing a blank for a second here. She's on the design team with me. Blackwell, yes, that's right. And she just did her live. Was that yesterday? Not yesterday, the day before. It must have been Monday. And she did this layout, and I really liked it. So I just wanted to case it. She used different products. But I thought it's a great way to showcase all this beautiful designer series paper that we have. So I'm going to place that just like that. Yeah. Okay. maybe needs to come down just a smidge. I'm putting my title at the top, so I'm just going to place that there so I don't get my photo up too high. So I'm doing relax and enjoy. And then I cut out some letters with that mini alphabet. And it's going to say time to relax and enjoy. So this all needs to come down a little smidge. Maybe about there-ish. I had that right at about 16, this piece. 16 centimeters, not inches. So we have inches on this side, inches across the bottom, and then centimeters over here. And this is something that's available to anyone to purchase. All right, I think that is pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to lift up my picture, and then I'm going to use some tear and tape just to hold that kind of in place. My fingernails don't work with tear and tape very well. I'm worried this might show. I've got it up a little high. Okay, I think that's pretty good. How did I do with that green? Oh, that's fine. Perfect. So I just didn't want all those little pieces to move. Because I got them right where I wanted them. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Should do the green piece first. Oh well. Good. Okay, so then I can bring my photo back in. And that's going to go there. And I think I'm going to lay it on flat, because I have some embellishments to put over top. So we're going to leave this on flat. And I am going to grab my ruler and just see that I've got that straight. It's a little bit hard to tell when I've put my pieces on crooked. I think it is. 4 1/8. Kind of come down just a smidge. There we go. Sorry, I got my head in the way there. So maybe I will work on my title here first. So I've just cut out with stitched or essential I forget what it's called. Stylus shapes. And I've just cut one of those circles out there. And that is going to be like a grounding spot for my title. Relax and Enjoy came from Notes and Totes bundle. This is a great summary set. This was super popular a little while ago, making all the little purses. And it's got the little sunglasses there, a lotion bottle, water bottle, a few little shells. So I pulled that out. I wanted some theme specific embellishments for my layout since we are on the water. So I just pulled that one out and I thought that would be great. Perfect title, Relax and Enjoy. So I've got time to relax and enjoy. That's going to go across the top there. And I cut those out with my mini alphabet set. In Secret Sea, our two-tone Secret Sea cardstock. Alrighty. And I put some adhesive sheet on the back, make it a bit quicker. So if you're kind of new to Stampin' Up, they came out with the product of the month just a few months ago. I think this is our third month. The first month was some blue DSP, very, very pretty. And then the second was a really great stamp set, Greetings. And then this month we have a new paper pack. And I'm not sure what is still available. If they have extra, then you can get the old ones the next month. But I haven't been on in the last couple days to see what's still available. And I purchased both of them, so I'm not even sure that it would be an option for me to purchase an old one. I think I would have to get the new one. I think, if I understood it correctly. Alrighty. I think I'll pop up Relax and Enjoy with some dimensional. It looks like the sun's really shining there now. I have some pictures I have to take of some projects, so I might do that this afternoon while the sun is out. And then I've got a couple little hearts. For this blue color, I wanted a little bit of the light blue pulled in, but obviously I don't have this color because it's not out yet. So I went back into my retired DSP and I found some boho blue DSP, and it's quite similar. There it is there. So you can see it's a bit different, but it was the closest one that I could find. So I used it to die cut a few things. And the other two stamp sets I brought in were On the Ocean, which is where I got this die cut, and Sunny Splash, which is a super old one, but I love the retro swimsuits in that one. That one will forever be in my stash. So I stamped out the little polka dot swimsuit. It so reminds me of my mom. I feel like she had one very similar to that. So those hearts, that's what I was going to say. I also punched out or die cut one of the little sunglasses. So then I had some of the extra little hearts. So that's where those came from. So I'm going to pop those on with some glue dots. So then I did another one of those circles to put down here. And same idea, that's just going to ground my embellishment cluster to my page. That's going to go, I think right there, maybe over a smidge. And then I've got that little bikini. I stamped it in Mossy Meadow because I have quite a bit of the green up here, so I want to pull some down into this side of the layout, which is also why I use the blue up here, because I have a bunch of that light blue color down at the bottom, so I want to pull it up to the top of the page as well. And then I also stamped and die cut one of the little boat wheels. What do you call that? I'm not sure. And then I embossed You Earned It, which came from this as well. So Relax and Enjoy, You Earned It. And I embossed white on some of that Secret Sea cardstock. So I think I'm going to use a dimensional on the bottom of that swimsuit because we're layering it onto like 3 layers of cardstock. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to put a glue dot on there on the top. And before I really press that down, I'm going to grab one of the die cuts from our Delicate Whispers. So I actually did both of these, one for the top and then one for the bottom. Well, kind of one for the left and one for the right. And that's going to tuck in there. So I'm just going to use a glue dot on the bottom of that as well. And that's also going to pull some of that green down as well. So I'm going to put our little steering wheel on a dimensional. You just kind of put it over to the one side because it's going to layer over top of our swimsuit. And then our waves are going to go here. And those, I guess I'm going to need liquid glue for that. I'm going to put this kind of layered up here, but I think that'll be the easiest way. Just a little bit of liquid glue here and there. There we go. going to hold that for a second. I kind of forget where exactly I put the glue. And then I think maybe we'll pop this one. That will help hold that little wave piece down as well, those dimensionals. And then the sunglasses, I'm just going to put on flat. I think those sunglasses are so cute. I couldn't resist adding those. It might be one of the main reasons that I got this die set. The little sunglasses. Then I have, whoopsie, I dropped it. I just die cut one of the little flowers from this paper. I'm going to put that on here. So that's just going to go like that. Put that on with a little glue dot. And you can see the glue dot, but that's okay because our flower is going to layer right over top. There we go. So then I've got some journaling strips. I love to do journaling strips like this. It doesn't make it quite as heavy on the page, like as opposed to having just a block of white paper there. So I've got some dimensionals on the back here. I'm just going to add those down. And as for embellishments, I'm not sure. We'll have to have a little look through and see what I've got. Not sure what I have. I should have some Secret Sea or Mossy Meadow. Oops. Struggling getting these backings off. You ever have a day crafting where you just struggle with everything? Because that was me yesterday. Like, I was prepping this page yesterday, and like I had to stamp the swimsuit twice to get it to work, and then that one I fussy cut, but like getting this little wheel to line up with the die cut, had to do that twice. Like every single thing I did, I felt like I had to do it twice because it just wasn't working. And then I would get something cut out and put on the page, and I was like, I don't like it. Like, does anybody else have struggles like that? Sometimes it's great crafting, and then sometimes it's like, oh, every single thing is hard. And that was my day yesterday. Everything I did was just difficult. Okay. Oh, I do have the date here, and that one I think I'm just going to tuck up there. Get in there. There we go. All right, let's see what we have. We have brass butterflies, but they're not quite the same. Oh, we have those Secret Sea flowers. Those are kind of cute. And then there, oh, those are Old Olive. But we have Secret Sea here. And there's also white ones at the top. And those are Garden Green. And that's Navy. They look weird. We could actually do a bit of both. Oh, there's white flowers too. I forgot about that. We could do white flowers and the Secret Sea dots. Or we could do the Secret Sea flowers and the white dots. I think I like, ooh, I don't know. I like the Secret Sea flowers. I could do both colors, I suppose. Let's see. These are really cute. I like them. I'll put a few down here. I don't want to put there because then it looks like a nose. That's funny. Oh, what about here? What about a small one? I think it needs to be white. Oh, that looks kind of cute. Oh, I lost it there for a minute. I could look through my old embellishments and see if I have any mossy meadow. The Old Olive doesn't look bad. But then it might be kind of weird having 3 different colored ones. I'm sure I'm just overthinking it. I don't know. Does that look weird? Kind of. I think it looks weird right there. I don't know. I don't know. Just put a couple down here. All right, there we go. Kind of get our mess out of the way. There we go. Okay, so there is my layout for today.